Hello and welcome. If you're watching on LinkedIn, hello. If you're watching on YouTube, hello. And I'm just about to set up because what we're going to do is we're going to go live on Amazon.com. I'm just waiting for the signal to come through. And in 3, 2, 1, we are now live on Amazon.com. Good afternoon to you. It's 3 on Thursday in the UK, which means it's 10:10 on the east coast of the United States, and I'm glad to be here. Now, I've changed my description. I'm now a live broadcaster and author. Author is a recent addition. Back in January, Angelica, my partner, and I created a book called Barnaby's Perfect Broth. And if you're watching on Amazon, you'll see it down in the carousel now. Now, Barnaby's Perfect Broth is a very special book, special to both of us, because we worked together to create it. And we had help from AI. I firmly believe that we should be the masters of AI. We can ask AI any questions we like. And if we guide it properly, then there are all sorts of things that we can create, which we wouldn't be able to do on our own. So I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But Barnaby's Perfect Broth is about Barnaby the turtle and his search for ingredients to make the perfect broth. Now, I can tell you, we've tried the broth, and basically, you need 3 potatoes, 2 carrots, and some magical ingredients, which you'll find out about if you click the link in the carousel, and you'll find Barnaby's Perfect Broth. Now, it is a German tuition book, and it's 3 different audiences. First of all, if you're beginning to learn German, it's ideal because it takes simple German phrases, presents you with the German, presents you with a graphic which explains everything, beautifully illustrated, and then it gives you the English translation. And it does that for 15 sentences. If you're an intermediate German learner, then you can use the book, and the sentences, the German sentences, will be intermediate sentences, so more complicated than the beginner. And if you carry on, then there's the advanced section, which uses past tense and sentences about the same topic. And again, you get the translation. Now, we have a version for teachers, which is basically available on the web, and for teachers, and it's available on the web too. So the book is available down in the carousel. It's a Kindle ebook, and if you're interested in German, then please do take a look. Okay, now, in my days, I started off as an accountant. Then I became, well, after accountant, I became a software engineer, and I created software which was used throughout the UK and in Australia. And it was for manufacturing and for distribution. Then, about 10 years ago, I discovered live video, which is why I'm here today. I'm very fortunate to have been broadcasting on Amazon.com for the last 3 years, probably more. It just doesn't seem long. Amazon.com is a special place to broadcast because you're looking for items, and as you're looking for items, if you've got any questions at all about anything that's in the carousel, which you can see on Amazon.com, then please do ask. And in general, I talk about cameras, microphones, green screens, and of course, running. And I've got a show on TikTok which runs Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 2 in the UK. That's 9 on the East Coast of the States. And I'm live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The show is AI Run Thrive, and I talk about artificial intelligence, both in terms of text and in terms of graphics and video. I talk about running, including park run, and in 10 days' time, I'll be taking part in the Race for Life. I'm a great believer in running, okay, because we've got a race for life. And I'm also, I admit it, I'm a park runner. And one of the places I do enjoy running is around the lake behind me. This is Schutthof. This is Quendorfer See. and you can run around it. Now, if you did it 6 times, you'd be doing 5 kilometers. Park run is 5 kilometers, and it's free. It's British. Okay, Park run is a British. It started in 2005 in London, a place called Bushy Park, and basically it's a 5 kilometer circuit on private land or public land where there is no traffic. There are no zebra crossings, there are no traffic lights, there are no cars. It's just you and the path, and you just run round. Now, you're not racing. It's not a race. The only person you're racing is yourself. And you can register at parkrun.org.uk, and you get your own barcode because it's a timed event. And the idea is simple and straightforward, that basically you try and beat last week's time. Okay, you're always after a PB. You want to improve your fitness, and Park Run is a free way to do that. Okay, so Park Run started in England, and I tell you now, it started with 13 people. Every week now, 500,000 people around the globe take part in a Park Run. It's simple and straightforward. It starts at 9 o'clock on Saturday, and it's near you. If you Google Park Run, you'll find a Park Run near you, and all you need to do is turn up with your trainers on and ready to go. Now, you can run it, walk it, jog it, or jeff it. It's up to you. Jeffing was basically a way of moving which was made, well, most runners actually use it, and that's to run for 15 seconds, walk for 30 seconds, and repeat. Run 15, walk 30, and repeat. And that means that a third of the time you're going to be running. Now, most of us, fortunately, can run 15 seconds, and you'll find that a third of the distance you're actually running, and you can get around a 5 kilometer course in a reasonable time, probably 30 to 45 minutes. And when you think that walking speed is 22, 23 minutes, that's good going. And it's a great way to exercise. And it's free. Park Run is free. Now, I told you about, if I go over here, give me a second. I just need something to show you. I told you about Barnaby's Perfect Broth, a tale of slowness in a fast world, and the fact that Barnaby is in search of making the perfect broth, and is aided by myself and Angelica, and that's the book that's featured in the carousel at the moment. It's a German learning book, and it is for beginners, for intermediates, and advanced. Okay, and I'm going to come back to me now. Okay, so we have this character Barnaby, and the second week in March, King Charles, our King Charles III, opened something which is unique in the world. It is a 2,700-mile path around England. And I had a chat with Angelica, and I thought, no, there's no way that Angelica and I can do the 2,700 miles. We'd have to do, it'd take us 9 to 12 months to do it. And if you want to know what it looks like this. This is the path, and you can see Scotland is at the top left, and then you go down, and we're going to go around England from the northeast, down the northeast coast, around East Anglia, along the south coast. I'm pointing, but you can't see me. And then we're going to bypass Wales and then go up the north. Now, this is the King Charles III England Coast Path, and it's free. And basically, it's been graded for easy sections, for hilly sections, and for mountains. And you can walk it, and you can walk it, but you're not going to do it in one go. Okay, so let's just take that off. So we came up with the idea. Just let me change something. That will do. Okay. We came up with the idea that whilst we can't walk around the path, then Barnaby could. Barnaby could walk around the path virtually. So we used Notebook LM, which is a Google product, and we used Google Gemini and created this notebook with Barnaby. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the sound off on the video. This is a video that goes all the way around the coast of England. So we're going to start at the top right, and we're going to, yep, you get the idea. I'm going to play the video now, and there is no sound. You'll just be able to listen. There's Barnaby, and we're about to set off, and we're going to go 2,700 miles around South Angelica, and as I said a moment ago, we are park runners. Okay, phase one. So we're starting off in northeast England, and we're going to go on the coastal trek, and I'm going to shut up for a minute as we do the first section. Okay, I'm still here. But basically, the graphics that you're seeing were created by Notebook LM. We gave Notebook LM the knowledge of the King Charles III England Coast Path. We put all the knowledge in there. We put YouTube videos in there, and these drawings were made to suit each of the sections. And it does have music with it. This is a video which is also on YouTube, and this is the premiere of the video. It's the first time I've shown it on Amazon because it didn't exist 3 weeks ago. Okay, so we're now going to go down to South Shields. We're going to leave Amble, and basically all you need to do on the 2,700 mile path is to follow the acorns. And the northeast it's a windswept coast. It's basically Newcastle, Sunderland, that's the sort of area you're in. Whitley Bay with the lighthouse, and you've got two chaps on the coastline. Now, I'm sorry for going so fast, but I just want to give you an impression of England. Okay, because the Romans were here. Okay, so now onto section 2 of the path, and again follow the acorns as we go around the path. And we're going to go down the northeast coast of England, and we're going to talk about the coastal arching, which I'll mention later. South Shields, and we'll be joined by a badger and treasure hunting on shore for glass, and down the Durham coast until we get to Hartlepool, which is fishing, and then we have the Funicular Railway, and we're arriving at Staines, and basically Barnaby is logging the full route. We've got pictures, we have the text. Okay, let's carry on our journey around England. Some of it you may recognise, all of it you can come over to the UK and walk. We're now on to segment 4. You notice in the right hand corner there are numbers. Phase 1 of the journey, the 2,700 miles is broken into 6 phases. Each phase has segments. This is segment 4. Yeah. And this is, if we go on image number 9. So P is for phase, S is for segment, and Z is for image. Okay, because I didn't look right. So there are 646 images in the completed video, and the video itself channel, you'll find the 6 segments, 6 phases, and you'll also find the full video, and then you'll find additional videos from that, which is the England Coast Path, which was open weeks ago. If you go to England, if you're watching on YouTube, it's open to you to actually walk. So we're now on to phase 2. So we're now going to go around East Anglia, and that's the route we're going to take. And you've got the signpost, and you've got explanations in each segment as to what we're actually going to see. Okay, I just want to stop that. I'm going to stop this in a moment, but carry on. So if we just stop there for a second, what we're doing is we're going around England, we're going around the coast path. We'll try again. Okay, I'm going to hide that and come back to the video. Apologies for that. You can watch the full video. The full video is on and image 3 and image 4. We're in Lincolnshire, and you've got to get the time when you're actually on the ship. And well, it is basically arriving at King's Lynn, which as you can see is a port, and the area is famous for fruit. And then we've got the Stanton Cliffs, and we've got rock pools. Okay, I want to say thank you for watching on Amazon, thank you for watching on YouTube, and thank you for watching on LinkedIn. You're watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. This is a book that we created using Google Notebook LM and Google Gemini, and working together, Angelica and I have managed to produce this video, which you can see on YouTube. It's just been the thing about AI is, you've probably heard that AI is not always right, and that AI can hallucinate. So there's a true story behind this. When I made it documentary, I basically fed all information about the path into Notebook LM. So we've got all information about the path. Basically then I said, right, okay, what I'd like is Barnaby the turtle to walk the first segment of the path. The first image was fine. The first image was Barnaby, as you see in there. The third image was a fox. And the final image was a gentleman. So basically, AI does hallucinate, and keeping it on track. Well, I showed the original to Angelica, and it's only sort of 13-second video. Well, it goes from being a turtle to a fox, and then it goes to being a person. That's not good. That'll never work. So I thought, I'm not giving up here. I'm gonna create this. I'm gonna travel around the 2,700 miles of the King Charles III England coast path, and I'm not going to be stopped. So, Notebook LM gave me, as I've said, a badger, a fox, and a person. So I went to Google Gemini and said, "Can you watch this video and tell me what's wrong with it?" And basically, Google Gemini said, "I can tell you what's wrong with it." Okay, just a second. Just give me a second, I'll explain. All right. Basically, every time you ask AI to do something, and you ask it to do a scene like this one, it has to remember everything. It forgets everything and it starts again. So every picture that it paints is an original. This is an original picture by Google Notebook LM. This is not human hand. This is imagination. Google Notebook LM has a magical imagination, which I fully appreciate. It also has a complete knowledge of English geography, far better than mine. So you're actually combining artistic talent with knowledge of England. Okay. But the thing is that in order for Barnaby to appear in every single frame, as I said, there are 646 frames, I asked Gemini, how can I get it so that I get a turtle in every picture? And I get my turtle, not somebody else's turtle. And Google Gemini said, well, basically what you need to do is to give your turtle attributes. So as you see, Barnaby the turtle has got a flat hat, a tweed jacket, and carries a satchel. And what I had to do was to train Google Notebook LM that every time I mention Barnaby, he's wearing his hat, he's carrying his satchel, and he's wearing a tweed jacket. And once you've got those three objects associated with the character, then it simply works. But the answer came from Google Gemini. The problem was that I saw the idea for this back in March, beginning of March, and I saw it on YouTube. I saw this video where somebody was creating a graphic novel, and it was a sci-fi graphic novel, and they were basically using Notebook LM to tell a story. Well, the thing was that every single frame, the main character changed. Yeah. And the author who came up with the original idea said, "That's going to happen. There's nothing we can do about that. You'll not get a turtle in every single picture. Unless." Now, I'm going to start teaching how to do this in June. So if you're interested in how I did this and how you can do this for $20 a month, it only costs $20 a month because it's all part of Google Workspace. So if you've got Google Workspace, you can do this. Let's carry on. And we're going around the English coast. And we're coming towards the south coast. And we're Harwich Ferry. That's the ferry we catch to go to Holland. Right, we're on phase 3. Now, phase 3 is the south coast of England, and we should have some interesting parts here. There's the map of where we're going, and we're going to go from Harwich to Malden, and that's the starting line. That's the Nears Tower in the background, and then we're going to go to the Sunshine Coast promenades, the rollback rule. Let me just explain the rollback rule. Let's just stop for a second. The rollback rule is simple. The east coast of England is disappearing. The coast just simply drops into the sea. And therefore you have a situation where the edge of England is forever changing. So basically what you have is the rollback feature, where the path, if the cliff disappears into the sea, you can move the path back automatically. Well, by manually, but you don't need to seek special permission. Okay, that's the rollback feature. Okay, and we're in Essex in England. This is Mersey. Oh, I've got to be quicker on the draw. That was Mersey Island. Okay, that is obviously a tide around England, so you've got to take great care when you're actually crossing anything in a tidal area, because you can leave the mainland and go out to Ireland. Okay, so we're now on section 14, and we're mapping along. We've got Malden and the seawalls, and then we're going to go coastal margin, which is explained. The video is on, the full video is on YouTube, and if you check out my channel on YouTube, you can watch the video, and you can watch it in higher resolution, and you can go through the 6 phases, or you can watch the video that I'm playing you now. Okay, let me take my name off. But you're watching Steven Healey live from wonderful. I better say hello, hadn't I? Just a minute. Let me go here. If I've not done this already, I should have done it earlier. Welcome to the show. This is Lights, Camera, Action with Steven, and I am live from Wiltshire in England. Okay, so we're journeying along the south coast of England, and this is an area of England which I love. Um, Basically, the England coastal path, which is 2,700 miles, has been graded, and you've got sections which are easy, sections which are harder, and sections which are for ramblers and hikers. Okay, we're in Gravesend now. Now the pictures that you're seeing are computer generated, and they're generated by Notebook LM, and the style is, if you recognise it, is Beatrix Potter. It's a whimsical style, and that's how I directed Notebook LM to actually create this. And I hope that you are enjoying this. And what I'm going to do is we're going to stop there and stop. Okay, what I'll do is, so next week, 10:10 on Thursday, I'll be back again with the second instalment. If you want to see it now, if I've piqued your interest, you want to see it now, just go to Steven Healey on YouTube and you'll be able to find everything. In actual fact, what you need to do is to go to the website where you'll see this map. It's the King Charles III England Coast Path, and as I say, we can actually walk all the way around the path. Okay, and we've got a guided tour by Barnaby of the phases, starting up in the northeast, coming down the northeast coast, then the east coast, then the south coast, and then through Cornwall. It's got every single step of the way, 2,700 miles. It is free to walk, and you're invited to come to England and to walk the coastal path, because it is. And if you're watching on LinkedIn, YouTube, thank you. The England Coast Path is real. And if you go onto YouTube with my name, then you'll find it. And the links are there for the official site. But all you need to do is to find your way to the coast. You can drive there. You can walk there if you live on the coast, and just go along the path. Just follow the acorn. The acorn denotes where the path is. So all you need to do is follow it. And it's just a joy. We're looking forward to actually getting out. I want to say thank you to Amazon and for the items that have been clicked on Amazon. To everybody who's watched on Amazon today, big thank you. I'm just going to put my glasses on for the final section of the show. And I always like to do 30 minutes at least. So bear with me a moment. I'm going to change things up. And this is the time of the week when we should be talking about, just a minute. If I go up a bit, hopefully this is working. If this is working, it'll be good. And I just need to, that's it. Okay, I was looking for an image, I found it. Okay, if you are anywhere in the world, well, there are 28 countries in the world where you can do a park run. Okay, and park run is free, and as you can see, if you look at the people behind me, you've got 3 orange shirts. The one nearest to me is me, and this is our local park run, which is Quakers Walk. We'll be there on Saturday at 10 to 9 for the briefing, and then at 9 o'clock for the actual walk itself, or run. It's very important. This weekend is Park Walk Day on Saturday. So we're encouraging, or Park Run are encouraging, everybody who wants to walk the course to come along. And I'm very hopeful that thousands of people this week will try Park Walk at Park Run on Saturday. It is a very special day because Park Walk, you're out in the fresh air for up to an hour. You're actually meeting new people. You're getting good exercise in the fresh air. It's going to be fine tomorrow in the UK. So if you are in, just Google Park Run Google the word parkrun. It will tell you the one nearest to you. All you need to do is to go there. If you go to, just a minute, just let me go down here and I'll tell you what to do exactly. If you can go to, let's try and find it down here. I thought I put it down here. Obviously not. Let's just go down a bit further. No, I'm not going to find it. Okay. If you go to parkrun.org.uk, yeah, you'll find parkrun. Or if you just Google parkrun, you get to the page. You can register. If you register, you get a barcode. That barcode means that this is a timed event and you can go through the finish gate and you'll get a time for walking, running, jeffing or jogging. Okay, this has been Stephen live from wonderful Wiltshire in England talking about Barnaby the turtle and taking you around the England coast with Barnaby. It's been my pleasure to do so. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Back again next week at the same time. Goodbye for now. That's a wrap. If I can find my way out. I use that many different systems. That's a wrap. Bye for now. Hello, it's Stephen in wonderful Wiltshire. Thank you for joining me today. We are live on TikTok. It's 2:05 on a Tuesday, and I am glad to be sat here because this morning I was gardening and I was preparing a flower bed, and it was cold. Then it got warm around about 12 o'clock. So it is a beautiful day outside. And after this broadcast, I will definitely be going for a walk in the fresh air because we're now well and truly into spring and the cold temperatures have disappeared. Gladiator, hello. Cold temperatures have disappeared and we can look forward to plenty of outings and plenty of touring the country. And thank you for joining me. You're joining Stephen live from wonderful Wiltshire, England. This is AI Run Thrive Chat Show, episode 61B. With Stephen, and thank you for joining. Okay, now you may wonder why I've got two cameras on screen. Initially, I'd forgotten about it, so I switched it on so I don't forget about it during this broadcast because I need it when I put something full screen. Because this broadcast is on TikTok Live, and my broadcast is actually monitored. In fact, your broadcasts are monitored. Now, they're monitored for video, for the quality of the image. They're monitored for sound, and if something happens to your microphone, you get a warning. Something happens to your camera, you get a warning. They're also monitored for bandwidth, okay, your internet signal. If you've got a problem with any of those, that is monitored live, and it's good because you can say, right, okay, I know that this broadcast is going to be good because TikTok is monitoring everything that I do, and they've not said there's a problem. And as soon as there is a problem, they will let me know. Anyway, I hope you're well. And what are you doing today? Where are you? If you want to comment, then please do. If you want to ask questions about live broadcasting, please do. And say hi to, just a moment. Let me get my glasses, which are over here. And say hi to Panka, welcome, and I'm going to switch that second camera off so you've only got one of me now, and there we are. Okay, I just totally enjoy live broadcasting. Very fortunate to be able to go live on TikTok and Amazon and to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Twitch and basically chat and help people. That's what I suppose that's what the thing about live broadcasting community, because there are hundreds of us, thousands, tens of thousands of live broadcasters. And the reason we're live broadcast is because of the buzz. There is nothing like broadcasting live to give you the excitement of broadcasting live, because in every single live broadcast, something's going to go wrong and you have to try and fix it there and then. So, Amber, hello, and ZM, Okay, thank you for joining, and thank you for joining my posts. And hello, Fred and Jules, and everybody. Everybody's arriving. Okay, the photograph behind me is a park run. Okay, this is my home course of Quakers Walk, which is in Devizes. It's close to the canal. It's about a mile away from my house, and I know that because I walk it every Saturday morning. And this is where the course is. And this is basically where you go from a gravel path over onto the tarmac and close to the housing estate. And you do 3 laps of the course. And the idea is that you do 5 kilometers or 3.1 miles. Now, it's not a race. It's called Park Run, but this weekend is very important because Park Run, that Park Run, is not just about running. There are people who could run the course behind me in 17 minutes, 3 miles in 17 minutes. Majority of people, however, take longer than that. Now, Park Run is totally free to join. If you join a Park Run, all you need to do is to get your barcode, and that's it. You're set up for life. And I'll say hi to everybody. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see what's going on. Okay. So say hi to Ig and scroll down a bit, and ZW, hello, and Flossie and IGB. Okay. Thank you everybody for joining in. You're watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire in England, and thank you to M and to Nassar 747 for actually staying around. Okay, and Catherine, welcome. Ricky, welcome. Okay, so Park Run is basically the greatest thing that's ever been invented. It's British. It started in London in 2005, and Paul Sinton Hewitt got a group of 13 friends together to do a 5K in Bushy Park in London. And they decided after they'd done it that they would come back again. So that's 13 people running around Bushy Park doing 5 kilometres. And they set up the course. There were no marshals. And of course, they were all runners. So they got some pretty good times. But basically what happened was that they then got a second park run somewhere else and a third. In the UK now, there are 720 park runs. And last week, nearly 500,000 people around the world did a park run. That's phenomenal. Okay, park run is prescribed by the NHS and by doctors as a way of getting fit, because the thing is, it's not about the fast guys. Okay, the ones who can do it in 17 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's also about park walkers, and that's people who walk. And Park Run encourage people to walk the course. Now, if you walk 3.1 miles, 5K, it will take you just over an hour, right? Probably an hour and 7, an hour 8 minutes. And this weekend, Park Run is celebrating Park Walk, and you are invited to your local park walk so that you can take part. And we say hello to Steven Healey. Hello, I'm good, thank you. I've been out gardening this morning, preparing a flower bed. How are you? Okay. And thank you for the follow. And say hello to PugChamp. And I do follow back. Okay, so you have another follow. And welcome to this live broadcast. And at the moment we're talking about... Oh, wait a minute. I'm not going off on that. Okay. If you excuse me for a moment. Okay. I have somebody, and I don't know who it is, who basically sets up a new account on TikTok, takes my image, and then joins me in the chat, which is a very strange thing to do. But the thing is, when people are acting like that, you don't know what they're going to say. And I'm very respectful of everybody who's watching live today. And what I don't want is to any comments which we wouldn't like to see. And that's why I muted Stevenage. Stevenage is in Hertfordshire in England, beautiful place. But it's not a real account. Okay. It's a rogue account, and I have taken care of it. So I have muted Stevenage Healey's for this broadcast. Okay. You've got to do it sometimes. I mean, basically, 99% of live broadcasting is fun. And that's what it should be. We should all be able to enjoy it. We should all be able to listen to somebody in peace and quiet. And you can ask me questions. I want to say thank you for all the likes on the post. It's absolutely brilliant. Now, there is a thing that I can do. I'm a regular broadcaster on TikTok. So there's something I can do, and I've not done this for ages. So bear with me a moment. I'm just setting something up. If you're a regular TikTok broadcaster, there is a feature, which is a reward, which is called flares. And I'm about to send a flare out. And use. So I can't do it now. Okay. Too many people using flares. I've got a flare. Basically, if you broadcast on TikTok live on a regular basis, you get rewards. And one of the rewards you can get is a flare. And that flare can be sent out to increase your audience. Now, I don't have, without a flare, I'm more than happy. Yeah. But if you get a flare, then hundreds more people see you. And that's all to the good. But I just tried to use my flare just then, and it said, no, too many people using it. So I'm going to save it for tomorrow. I'm live again tomorrow at 2:05 on TikTok. I'll also be live tomorrow on Amazon Live. I watched two of my friends this morning. Shout out to Nick Wood and to Joe Shepherd, who were broadcasting on Facebook this morning. Nick broadcasts about affiliates, and Joe with Susie was broadcasting all about AI. Is AI really useful? And my answer to that is yes, it is. And it was basically what I did. The thing is that, as I've just mentioned a moment ago, the thing you want with a live broadcast is an audience. Now, to get an audience, wherever you are, you need people to watch you, and you need people to share the broadcast. Now, if you're enjoying this broadcast and you think your friends might like to see it, then please do. You're watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire, England. This is AI Run Thrive, episode 61. I've been doing this since Jan 2025. Slightly different show each week. It's totally unscripted. If you've got any questions, especially about, well, not so much about football at the moment, because I support a team called Burnley. And Burnley are in the Premiership. And Burnley are going to be, because I say it now, Burnley are going to be in the Championship next season. And there's a big question. At the moment, as far as the Premiership is concerned, there are three teams. And those teams are West Ham, Nottingham Forest, and Spurs. They are fighting each other to stay in the Premier League. And at the moment, in third place is Spurs. Above them is West Ham, and above them is Nottingham Forest. Now, there aren't too many points in it, but I've got a feeling, you get vibes, and I've got a feeling that Spurs are going to struggle. Yeah, I mean, I support Nottingham Forest because of Sean Dyche. Well, principally because of Mr. Clough, Brian Clough. Okay, I've supported Forest since Brian Clough was manager, which is many years ago. West Ham, Claret and Blue, just like Burnley. So when Burnley aren't doing well, which they aren't this season, then the claret and blue I can choose is West Ham. So I'm going to predict, and if I get this wrong, apologies to anybody who's a Spurs fan, but I do think at the moment, from the way the teams are playing, that Spurs will be relegated this season. Now, we won't know until the middle of May, so just keep an eye on it. If you support Spurs, just say hello. And because you can't be any worse than we are, because I support Burnley. They're claret and blue. Burnley is 30 miles north of Manchester. They've been in the Premiership. We're like a yo-yo. We go up to the Premiership and then we go down again to the Championship. We're on a roller coaster. And at the moment we are rolling downhill. We've hit the bottom. We can't stay in the Premiership, so we're heading for the Championship. And then comes the question of, should you keep your manager? And he is a manager who did well in the Premiership, in the Championship, because last year we had over 100 points. And I think if you are a football person, then you want your team to do well. You want to go and watch good matches. You want to watch good matches on TV if you can't actually get to the ground. And nobody wishes anybody ill, but it is tribal, and there are rivalries like between Burnley and Blackburn, local rivalries, but football is British. And one thing that I can't get over, when I was a lad, you used to have football on television every Saturday night, match of the day. Now we don't. And they can take 2 and 3 weeks off during the season. Absolute madness. What's going on? Okay, let's have a look and say hello to Hedam Sart and to Corey Miga, and thank you for joining me live. And Louise, welcome, and every end welcome. Thank you for joining me live on TikTok. I'm broadcasting using TikTok Live Studio, and if you ever wondered how to broadcast, I'm on my PC. I downloaded TikTok Live Studio, which is totally free, installed it, and with TikTok Live Studio, it's the equivalent of Restream, of BeLive, of OneStream Live, of StreamYard. You can show text on screen. You can show images on screen. I've got an image I'd just like to show you, just a minute. And we'll go here. So I can find it. And that's the one. Okay. TikTok is the best place to broadcast live. It is the top place to broadcast live. It's better than Facebook, who've given up on live video. It's better than TikTok. Oh, thank you for the gift. Brilliant. And Corey, thank you very much. Wow. And Corey makes your day. I want to say Corey's left, but I want to say thank you to Corey for making my day. Helping to make my day. So TikTok Live is without doubt the best place to broadcast live, and I really enjoy being here and having the ability to actually broadcast and talk to you. And I'm just checking a few things and say hi. Okay, let's go up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the small camera, and I'm going to bring this on screen. Let me put that there and go there. Okay. And I'm going to switch TikTok off. Just a minute. Although it's set up in a second. Okay. So we've switched over, and I'm now showing you something which I created. One of the things that I can't do is art. Okay, I can't draw. Don't have a problem with that. I know people who can. I enjoy what they create. But I wanted to be a creator myself. And together with my partner Angelica, we created a character called Barnaby. And this is Barnaby travelling the English coastal path between Morecambe and Barrow-in-Furness. And basically what I've done because I was so fascinated by the England Coastal Path. The England Coastal Path, just give me a second. The England Coastal Path runs all the way around England. Okay, 2,700 miles. And I thought, well, I'd love to go around the coastal path, but if you did that, you'd have to take 9 to 12 months off to actually walk all the way around. So Angelica and I decided to send Barnaby on a journey around the England Coast Path. And we did that using Notebook LM. Let me just type that in. Zale, hello. Notebook LM. Just a minute. Let me get this in right. Got it. Okay, it's worth waiting for. Okay, so we've got Notebook LM, and Notebook LM has drawn the graphics. All the graphics in the ebook, because we released an ebook which is all about the King Charles III England Coast Path, and Barnaby has walked all the way around, and we've documented everywhere it has been. So we now have a series of 45 PDFs about the segments on the path, because it's 2,700 miles in total. We broke that into 50-mile segments, and we've got 45 50-mile segments which go around the existing path, and it's all documented in the style of Beatrix Potter. Okay, now this will be available from next week for free. Okay, we're giving this away because we just enjoyed doing it. Okay, and it's going to be, we're going to link it with the Race for Life. I'm going to tell you about that now. Just give me a second. Let me just hide that. Okay. Now I'm still here, but I need to do something in order for this to work. Okay, we're back. I'm going to switch my small camera off. Okay. We wanted to use Barnaby to raise funds for charity. Now, it just so happens that the Race for Life, which is by Cancer Research, organised by Cancer Research nationally, Race for Life is a thing that you can take part in to raise money for cancer research. It's a very worthwhile cause, and they do produce results. They do help thousands of people throughout the country, national charity, nationally recognised, and they organise the Race for Life. I'm just going to type this in if my cursor works. Just let me make sure my spelling's right. Okay. Cancer Research organised the Race for Life, which is down in the comments. And the Race for Life is a charity event. Now, the Race for Life takes place in different places throughout the UK, throughout the year, throughout summer. If you type Race for Life into Google or your favourite search engine, you'll find a Race for Life which is not too far away from you. The basic idea is that you run 5 or 10 kilometres. You've got a choice. You can actually walk it as well. And you raise money for charity. And basically, I did it last year. I got a medal somewhere. I did the Race for Life last year in Swindon, and it's a brilliant day out. Hundreds, if not thousands of people, all raising money for charity, all travelling between 5 and 10k, and it's this very special day. Now, I'm in Swindon at Lydiard Park on the 2nd of May, which is a week on Saturday, and my partner Angelica and her daughter Katie will be there as well. Now, I have to say that Angelica and Katie are faster than I am. I don't have a worry with that because they're younger than I am. So they will head off and then I will do my own thing. And hopefully on a sunny day, not too hot, I will do the 10 kilometers. And possibly, I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to set a target to actually do it in an hour and 45. Okay, so 10k, an hour and 45. That is my target. Now, I do train every week. I've got the, when we do the park run, remember park run? Park run, which is behind me. This is Quaker's Walk. When we do the park run, we're doing 5 miles and 10k is 6 miles. So I know I've got the distance sorted. I know Angelica and Katie have got the distance sorted. And all I have to do is stay injury free until the week on Saturday. And we've got to be there for 9 o'clock because it starts at 10 o'clock. And I'm hoping to be finished by 11:15. Angelica and Katie will be finished around about 11:30, or even earlier perhaps. They go pretty fast. They go faster than I do. But we all enjoy it. It's a family day out because Katie's partner Satish will be there and their daughter will be there as well. Shout out to Phoenix. So it's a family day out. We all do, 3 of us do the 10k, and then we've got Satish and Phoenix as supporters. And it's a brilliant day. I mean, basically, people are there to enjoy themselves, to exercise. People train for it, and people can run very fast. Some people can do the 10k in 35 minutes or 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to try and do it in an hour 45. I'm not in a rush, but I'm going to go fast. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to Jeff and say hello to, I'm going to go and I'm going to run for 15 seconds, walk for 30 seconds. Run for 15 seconds, walk for 30 seconds. And it's so simple. The method was promoted by Jeff Galloway, who was a USA Olympian, and he spent his life training people how to run. And he's written books about it. And he just wanted people to run. And he literally, tens of thousands of people run because of Jeff Galloway. If you've not heard the name before, just Google it. So, Jeffing, 15 seconds run, 30 seconds walk, repeat, 15 seconds run, 30 seconds walk, Jeffing. And basically, what you soon realise is that you're running a third of the time, which means that when you're actually, I've just achieved something. Thank you. Wait a minute, something's going on. Corey's back. Corey, thank you. Brilliant. And thank you for all the likes, everybody. Thank you for the follows. So, Jeffing is a way to go, and you are running a third of the time, which means you move faster. And we can all run for 15 seconds. Yeah? Run for 15 seconds, walk for 30, and repeat. There's an app. There's an app that you can get on your phone, which is called Interval Timer. It's free. And that will give you a reminder at 15 seconds and another reminder at 30 seconds. And basically, all you need to do is keep pace with that. So when it says run, you run for 15 seconds and it will tell you when to stop. When it says walk, you walk for 30 seconds and it will tell you when to stop. And it's a brilliant way of moving faster and achieving better results. Because as I say, we can all run for 15 seconds. Well, yeah, it's just a great way of traveling. And I've got a question come in, so I'm going to take the question. And the question is from H7688. Any holidays planned for the summer? Yes, not for the summer. We have a wedding in Germany. Angelica is German. Her brother's daughter is getting married in May, and we've been invited to the wedding. So we'll be traveling to Germany for the wedding, and then we'll be taking time off to travel around Germany. And that's what we're looking forward to, is spending time over there. I do speak the language, but my German is not perfect. But it's better than it used to be, because I have German lessons with Angelica every 2 weeks. So yes, we're looking forward to going to Germany, and that will be really good. And have you anything planned for the summer? because summer's here now. I mean, it's warming. It's going to be, I think it's going to be 19 degrees on Thursday. So we are actually in summer. Yeah, we just don't know it yet. I mean, as I say, I was out in the garden this morning and creating a flower bed, and it had gone. That sounds crazy. The flower bed had gone wild. Okay, because the flowers die off, but the weeds come through, so it's full of weeds. So I had to get all the weeds out before we could plant the wildflower seeds. So whilst I'm broadcasting right now, fingers crossed, Angelica is planting wildflower seeds. And okay, and what any holidays planned? Yeah, okay, and I have nothing planned for the summer. Do you have anything planned? Okay, Mara, thank you for the follow, and we're going to go follow back. And Grace, welcome. I see, right, Grace, thank you for joining. We're talking about, we're talking about holidays just then, and the fact that Angelica and I are going to Germany. And I'm just questioning 87688 as to whether you're going on holiday. If you're watching me and you're going on holiday, just let me know where you're going. And basically holidays are so important. Taking a break is so important to us all. Hopefully you'll have a good time. Thank you. I'm just hoping that the wedding goes perfectly. There's one thing though. We're traveling to Europe and we're British. Yeah. And the EES, the electronic entry system, is that what it's called? Because we're not members of the Schengen area, we're not members of the EU yet. So we've got to go through, and you've got to go through identity checks. You've got to do photograph, you've got to do fingerprint, you've got to answer questions. So, I mean, Angelica's got dual nationality. She is German and English, British. So Angelica can travel on her German passport. And because she's part of the EU, she will just breeze through arrivals and departures. Me, however, I've got to register when I get there, and I'm just hoping it goes well. I mean, by May, by the middle of May, we should be sorted out. It's just something extra we've got to go through, and it's part of life, isn't it? You can't argue against it. It's basically what I do find weird is that the delays have been such that two flights by EasyJet and Ryanair have had to leave their airports on the return journey, leaving 100 people behind. And I think that's just a crazy situation where people are held up whilst going through the checks and don't actually make it to their plane on time. It's just, yeah. And we haven't even got to summer yet. I can't imagine what it's going to be like in the airports and the Eurostar in summer. I just don't know. And which airport are you going from? We're actually going Eurostar. So we're travelling, the outward leg is Eurostar. So that's simple and straightforward because they've got the terminal. And Eurostar is brilliant because we're going from Eurostar to Amsterdam, and then we get a lift from Amsterdam. Well, we got another train from Amsterdam to where we're headed. And the thing is, how long does it take by Eurostar compared to the plane? Right. If you think about it, let's break this down. If we were to fly from Bristol, because we live near Bristol, it would take an hour and a quarter to get to the airport. Then you've got to check in 2 hours before. Then you've got to fly, and then you've got to arrive in Amsterdam, check out. Eurostar, you actually get, well, it's just a lot smoother. It's quicker. Eurostar is definitely quicker. and more comfortable, because you can get up and walk about on a train, which is very important. So Eurostar, I think the journey is about, hang on, can you Google it? It's about 7 hours, I think. It's about 7 hours from London. Let's do this live, shall we? So I'm doing this live. If I could spell, so bear with me a moment. Right. So I've typed it in and we're going to get an answer in a minute. It's thinking about it. Okay, I'll come back and pick up the answer in a minute. It's thinking about it. Let's go back, see if we've got it yet. Oh, it's still thinking. All right, okay. Right, I stand totally corrected. The train goes from London St Pancras through to Amsterdam and it takes 3 hours 52 minutes. So travelling by train is a lot faster because we've got a Devizes to London Heathrow. We've got Devizes to London service. So we'll get the bus from Devizes to London and then we just got to get to the St Pancras and then we're off and running. So there you are. We now know the answer. The answer was given to us by Perplexity, which is basically with Comet is my preferred browser. And I've got to say, I've just done an auto post, which is brilliant. I love TikTok because when things go well, TikTok actually posts automatically. So there's a post going out on my TikTok account right now, inviting people to come and join us, which means I can't leave. I was winding down, yeah? But now that the notification's gone out that I'm actually live, people will be coming and joining us. And that's the magic of TikTok. Thank you for the likes and thank you for joining me, Sarah, thank you. Or Sarah. And say hello to Tom. And I'm doing well today, thank you very much. I'm just double checking everything. And yeah, we're doing well and people are coming in. Veggie, welcome. Right, okay. One of the beautiful things about TikTok is that they do all the promotion. Yeah. So in terms of doing a broadcast on TikTok, I schedule the broadcast to go out at 2:05. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I schedule the broadcast and you then see, if you look at any of my posts on TikTok, you will see that I'm live at 2:05, which is brilliant way of marketing. Then whilst I'm live just now, I have it set on TikTok that if I do something extraordinary or something extraordinary happens, an announcement is made on my account. So now we've got people coming in who've seen the announcement and who haven't got a clue. We haven't got a clue. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well also, Tom. Okay, it's been a gardening day today. B, hello. Okay. For those of you who've not seen me before, you're watching Steven. The show is AI Run Thrive with Steven, and it's a chat show. And I'm just going to go over here, and I want to go here. Just give me a second. That's going to change up. And hopefully I'll find it. We're going to go there. My name is Steven. I'm from Wiltshire in England. I live here. Well, I don't actually live here. I live close to Stonehenge. And it's a brilliant place to visit. If you've never been to Stonehenge, then I can only say it is an amazing day out. You could combine a visit to Stonehenge with a visit to Salisbury Cathedral, and you can go to Avebury Stone Circle. It is a beautiful part of the world, and it's easily accessible. You can get a coach from London, which will take you to Stonehenge directly, and you can then go to Salisbury. It's a beautiful part of the world. In summer, in spring and summer, the place to visit is Stonehenge. Yeah. Now we live about 20 miles away, which takes about half an hour, and we go 4 or 5 times a year. And it's just the most amazing place to go to. I recommend it heartily. It's run by English Heritage. There is a charge, and currently, okay, it's £26 to visit Stonehenge. But your £26 actually goes to English Heritage, who look after the Stonehenge site. Now, for your £26, there is a museum which actually shows the development of Stonehenge over 4,500 years. And you'll meet the people who built Stonehenge. You'll see how it was built, or there's still some theories about how exactly it was done. And the museum is absolutely brilliant. You've also got a first-class, well, I can't call it restaurant, but you have a first-class eatery, and you have a shop. Now, it's basically a space-age visitor centre. Now you get your ticket. Now, if you don't get a ticket, you can walk around the outer circle. In other words, you can't get close to the stones. There's only twice a year when you can walk amongst the stones. And that's the summer solstice, which is coming up, and the winter solstice, which has just been. On those dates, overnight, you can actually walk amongst the stones. And you may have heard that the Druids are there at the 2 solstices which are celebrated. And okay, and I've just got a comment coming in. And George Christie, the big Yahoo, welcome. Yeah, so now once you've got to the visitor centre, and your coach will take you there, or your car will take you there, there's no train, you can then get from the visitor centre to the stones. Now, you have 2 choices. You can get a bus which runs from the stones to the visitor centre and back, and it basically, the journey takes you about 8 minutes, and you'll be at the stones very quickly. Or you can walk it. And basically, when you're walking it, you walk uphill, yeah, and you can't see Stonehenge, and you keep walking uphill, and then you get to the top, and you're looking down, and you're going down, and you can see Stonehenge, and it just gets closer and closer. Now, if you've got your ticket, you can get pretty close to the stones. You can't go inside the stones, though. But you can walk around. You'll be joined by people from all over the world. I mean, this is one of the 8 wonders of the world, and it's just a joy to be there. And I do recommend that you actually go there. I also recommend, I haven't got a photograph of it, just a minute. Let's see what's in my photographs. I've got a carousel with photos in, so I'm just checking what I've got. I've got Stonehenge. I could go there. I'd go there. If you're visiting our part of the world, you've been to Wiltshire and you want to go to Somerset, this is Bath in Somerset, and it is the most beautiful place. And it has history, and it's just, visiting is just fun. Also, you should know that they do have a new Marks and Spencer's. Okay, I want to say a big thank you for the gifts, for the follows, and for joining me today. Maddie, hello. Right, I'm just about to close down. So I want to say a big thank you for watching me today. I'm back tomorrow at 2:05. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. And just a minute. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for gifts. Thank you for being with me today from Bath in Somerset. And bye. Oh, wait a minute. Got to that personally. Just a minute. Got a bye from Maddie, and Zena didn't join. And take care. Bye for now. That's a wrap. And I just want to say hello to everybody watching Just a minute. Okay, got that. Okay, thank you for joining me today. It is Wednesday. It is 2:05. I am live from TikTok Live Studio. Okay, and relax. Now, the thing is, the first 60 seconds of any live broadcast, you have to attract people's attention, which means that when you broadcast, you really do have to be up for it and in a good mood. So try before you go live to get yourself in a good mood. Now, the way I do that is by playing rock music. And when I say In Excess and Def Leppard, hopefully you'll understand. And I want to say hello to everybody who's joining me today. And Abia, welcome. And thank you for joining me. And Beth, hello. And I don't get to know everybody who joins. Beth has gone. Okay, now what I'm going to do is if I scroll that down there, I'm actually going to send out a flare. Okay, because I've got to use it today. When you broadcast live regularly on TikTok, you are basically right. I've got a flare. It ends on the 23rd. I've got to go live tomorrow. Okay, I'll try again in a moment. Okay, let's remove that. Okay, so the thing is, the first 60 seconds of any video are the parts that people watch. So you've got to get it right. You've got to appeal to people. Okay, now you can be extra busy, or you can just be yourself in front of a beautiful background. Now the background behind me is the Leeds and Liverpool Canal, which runs, well, no, rewind a minute. Okay, can I take that back? It is the Kennington Avon Canal, which runs from Bristol to London, and it's over 90 miles. And basically, barges used to take goods from Bristol docks all the way into London to the shops, and that's the way it used to be. And the canal was built commercially to actually carry trade, and the barges would travel on the canal at 4 miles an hour and do the 93 miles in 2 or 3 days. So that's how goods got from Bristol to London, by the canal. And say hello to, because I'm in no rush today, I tell you. Pluie and Nick and Zane, welcome, and thank you for joining. Thank you for coming back. Okay, so basically you've got a beautiful canal behind me, which it does look, on a sunny day, it's a great place to walk. There's a footpath to the side, and you can walk the whole length if you want. Angelica's daughter lives in Henley-on-Thames, which is known for the regatta. And we can walk from Devizes on this towpath all the way to Henley. And it would probably take us 2 days, and we'd have to find somewhere to stay on the middle night. But you can walk from Devizes to Henley. Thank you everybody for joining. You're watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. So hello to Nick, and hello to A and Shari and TY1. Okay, welcome everybody. You're watching Steven. Photograph behind me is the Kennington Avon Canal, which was superseded by a railway. Isambard Kingdom Brunel built a railway along a similar route to the canal, and all the traffic that used to be on the canal went over to the railway, and the canal closed down, fell into disrepair. In the 1970s, it was revitalised by volunteers, or the full area, and it became navigable again in the 1970s, 80s and 90s. And it is what it is today, and it's a beautiful place to walk. That's where I train. I don't know whether I've told you, I have somewhere over here the Race for Life, and the Race for Life is in Swindon on the 2nd of May, and it's organised by Cancer Research. I will be there running 10 kilometres, Angelica's there running 10 kilometres, and so is Katie. And if you're enjoying this broadcast, say hi to Lou, and say hi to Nathan, and thank you for joining from the posts. If you're enjoying this broadcast, please share it. It's a win-win situation. You get content on your channel and I get to meet more people. So it's a win-win sharing. It doesn't cost a thing. There are 3 things you can do to help a broadcaster. One is to join the broadcast and watch for at least 6 seconds. 2 is to make a comment. 3 is to like, and 4 is to share. So there we are. 4 things that you can do on any live broadcast that you see, and you can do that to everybody, and it's a win-win situation. Yeah, it doesn't cost a thing, and it helps the broadcast. The way to get known in broadcasting is, first of all, be persistent. Okay, I'm going to say that if you want to make a name for yourself in live broadcasting, there are things that you've got to do. And the first thing of those is you've got to have a topic. Now, I've got Steven's Broadcasting Toolkit, which I'll tell you about during the course of this broadcast. But you can see that this is about a broadcasting toolkit. And if you're interested in broadcasting, this is the place you want to be. If you want to hear me tell my stories, you can be here as well. So you've got to have a topic. The next thing you've got to have is you've got to have a time to go live. Now, when it comes to choosing a time to go live, choose something which is suitable for you. What you don't want is to be rushing around last minute thinking, I've got to go live. No. You basically say to yourself, I'm going to go live at 6:30 on Wednesday, and I'm going to do it every week, apart from when I'm on holiday. And if you go live at 6:30 every week, people get used to the fact that you're live on a regular basis. Now, for me, on TikTok, I do 3 broadcasts a week, and they are all at 2:05. Consistency and persistency. And I've been doing this broadcasting on TikTok since January 2025. Enjoy every minute of it. Appreciate you actually being here. And I've just got something over here I'd like to say, just a second. Okay, if we go up here and scroll, and hopefully I can't find it. You know how it is when you put something somewhere, you can't find it. All right, okay. I want to say thank you, friends, for watching my live videos and following me. And if you're watching on the replay, thank you for the likes. Gemma, hello. Lily Jane, hello. Paul Baker, hello. And message from HH. Afternoon, Stephen. How are you this lovely afternoon? I'm brilliant. HH, thank you. I'm doing well. We keep chickens, in the garden, and Gallagher and I keep chickens. Why? Because there is nothing like a weekend having a perfectly fresh egg. You get up, you go downstairs, and you go down to the igloo, to the chicken coop, and you get yourself 2 warm, fresh eggs. And there's no taste like it. Because if you think of a supermarket egg, it's 2 weeks old, okay, on average. Whereas a fresh egg from the garden was laid that day. And chickens are easy to keep. They're no bother. They've got an igloo, which they live in, EGLU. Just let me put that up there, just a second. So we're talking about an igloo for chickens. Okay. It's a plastic construction, and they are the market leader on chicken roosts or chicken houses, or that sort of thing. So fresh eggs at the weekend, and it's not, you don't do it for the cost, but chickens are just fun. Chickens all have their own characters, and they actually serve a useful purpose because you get eggs every day. We buy rescue chickens. Okay, what's a rescue chicken? Chickens are owned by farmers, and farmers are looking for their chickens to lay eggs on a regular basis. The first 2 years of their life, chickens will lay regularly, but as they get older, the number of eggs that they lay a week goes down. Yeah, and it's not economical then. So the farmers want the chickens to go. They don't want to feed them anymore. What they can't do is use them as poultry. So you won't find them on your supermarket shelf. What they can do is to release the chickens to a rescue organisation. And the British Hen Society in the UK is one such organisation. And they organise days when you can collect your chickens. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we were getting some new chickens, some new old chickens in May. And basically you order them online, you pay for them online, and you're given a number, and then you take your chicken carrying baskets in the car to the farm and you collect your chickens. And they're nervous and skittish because they haven't got a clue what's going on. And you collect the chickens from the farm, you bring them back home, and you leave them in the box for an hour inside the igloo. And then you open the igloo, you open the box, sorry, and the chickens will come out slowly. Occasionally, one of the chickens doesn't want to come out of the box and will go and hide. So you've got to coax it out of the box. But chickens are just, and then they're in the igloo, they've got to find their way around. They found the way around the enclosure as well, and they just need feeding and watering and cleaning. That's it. So fresh eggs on a Sunday morning, get chickens. And you just want the Chicken Rescue Society. Let's catch up with what's going on. Say hello to Jesper and Prime Creator and E. Thank you for the like. And everybody, thank you for joining me today. Jolly, if you're still here. Holly, if you're still here. Inex Doll, welcome. And Will, welcome. We're talking about chickens. If you keep chickens, let me know. Nav, hello. Carrie and Zeta. And so, yes, in answer to your question, which seems to be a while ago now, I hope you're well, sir. HH, or madam. Difficult to tell with a small icon. But thank you for all the questions. Okay, Jesper, just a moment. And Jesper Holth. Okay, welcome, sir. You kind of remind me of the Norwegian hero from the World War II, Max Manus. No idea, but thank you for commenting. And if you've got any questions about chickens or about broadcasting, then please do ask. Okay, I'll check out Max Manus actually afterwards. Okay, thank you for the likes, everybody, and thank you for watching live. And Jesper, Emma, Julia and Jacob, thank you for staying around for a little while. So we've talked about chickens. Before we talked about chickens, which you should, if you've got a garden, it doesn't take much space, yeah, to get an igloo. And then you can keep chickens, you can get fresh eggs in the morning. And there's nothing tastes better. And Anja, thank you for the share. Brilliant. As Andrew has done, if you're enjoying the broadcast, please do share it. Because it's, as I said earlier, it's a win-win situation. And Emma, hello. And Leary, welcome. Okay, you're watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. Behind me is the KTM Canal, which is where I train. And I'm training for, as we saw earlier, I'm training for the Race for Life, which is... It's a week on Saturday, and it's in Swindon at Lydiard Park. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready to go. Yeah, if you said you'd go and run now, I would. I'm going out this afternoon, but this morning I was gardening, and I love gardening this time of year because you've got to tidy things up. Yeah, you've got to turn a wilderness into a garden. Now, yesterday, we do keep a wildflower bed. And we collect seeds throughout the year, and then basically we had to level out the bed itself, remove the weeds so we can put flowers in. So I did that yesterday, and then Angelica came back and she took a biscuit tin, this is literal, Angelica took a biscuit tin, filled it with the flower seeds, the wildflower seeds, and then spread them on the wildflower bed. So we're now, fingers crossed, waiting for the seeds to germinate, and we're going to have a riot of colour, which will be ready for when the bees arrive. Okay, so feed the bees if you can. Do you do your own greens? No, we used to have an allotment. Jesper, thank you for the question. We used to have an allotment, and we had that for about 7 or 8 years. But something happened, and we were unable to tend it, so it went to rack and ruin. So we don't have an allotment. We do have a garden. But we don't grow veg. We do grow wildflowers. As far as the veg is concerned, we are organic, and we get a weekly delivery of fresh organic vegetables, which are brilliant, with the slight difference in price. So we do have. Do you have your own garden, or do you grow your own vegetables, Jesper? I say hi to CM, hi to Mara, and Jesper. Welcome back, and thank you everybody for the shares. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all likes. Isabella, thank you for staying. Jesper, thank you for staying. So we've just talked about vegetables. If you don't have a garden, you can still hire an allotment and you can grow your own veg. Can recommend that. Next best thing is to buy organic from a local organisation. And without saying much more, Jasper, you're at work. Okay, understood. Okay. Riverside is the fresh vegetables that we get, and they're absolutely brilliant. Okay, that's not an advert. It's not an advert. It's not an affiliate link. It's just fresh vegetables. And vegan, welcome. And I'm just talking about vegetables, and we're just talking what vegetables you're currently growing. Isabella, thank you for the question. And vegan is saying, I love fresh vegetables. So do we. In actual fact, there is a soup we make called Barnaby's Perfect Broth, which is potatoes and carrots and other veg. So I'm not growing any veg at the moment. I'm growing wildflowers in a wildflower garden. And vegan, I'm with you there. I actually love fresh vegetables too. Yeah. Supermarket vegetables are good, basically, but without pesticides and herbicides, a lot better. So organic vegetables do taste better, and they look better as well. They seem to be larger. Oh, lovely. The bees will be thriving in your garden. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, basically, we've got... How can I do this? I can do it like this. There's that. Just let me come here for a second to show you. Just let me do this. And hopefully, this is what I look like normally. There is the flower garden. And we have a table which overlooks the flower garden. So whilst we're sat outside drinking our coffee and cake, we can watch the bees. So we actually see the bees in the garden, and we know. I mean, the numbers have fallen over recent years. We're just hoping that today they're better. So Isabella is saying, "I love the bees will be thriving in your garden," and Jesper has a little golf course in his garden. Brilliant. Okay, and vegan loves fresh vegetables. And what vegetable are you currently growing? And thank you, Joshi, for joining, and everybody who's joining live today. You're watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire, England, and we're talking about everything under the sun, really. Picture behind me is a place called Schutthof in Germany. It's in northwest Germany. It's where Angelica comes from. Angelica is German, dual nationality. And that's the other thing. EES has started the new entry system where you have to give a photograph and give a fingerprint, and that is causing havoc it really is causing havoc at the moment. We're fortunate we're going to go by Eurostar to Amsterdam. And I would think by the time we get there, which will be towards the end of May, the system should be working smoothly. That's what we're thinking, fingers crossed. Angelica's okay. Angelica's fine because Angelica is German and has an EU passport. I would love to have an EU passport. If I have one wish, and I don't get political very often, it is that we should rejoin the EU. I don't know whether you know this, but it's 10 years ago that we're actually all marching in London against Brexit. I'm just reminded of that because there is an event in London this year. But I do feel we're getting closer to Europe, and that's a good thing. That benefits us because we get a bigger market. Now, it's not going to be like before. It's going to be a version of it, but if we've got the student thing sorted out. Erasmus, our students can go and study abroad. Foreign students from Europe can come and study in England. Brilliant win-win situation. Everybody learns, everybody has the opportunity to travel around Europe and to come to the UK without hindrance. Okay, so let's carry on. And Isabella's saying, oh, have a wonderful day, take care, I'll tune in again. Brilliant, Isabella, thank you. And Jesper, you seem like such a lovely guy, but I've got to head out now. Jesper, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the questions. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Very kind of you. This is why I love live broadcasting. You meet so many wonderful people live broadcasting. And this broadcast goes, obviously, I've got viewers all around the world. I know that because the stats on TikTok are good, so I know where people are coming from. Majority are from the UK. Majority of you have been sent here by TikTok, and that's why TikTok works. That's why you should live broadcast on TikTok, because it is the best place, because you get such interaction with people who are watching. And all you have to do is to be yourself. Remember, we were talking earlier, the first 60 seconds of a broadcast are important because that's when people decide. Now, all I'm saying is before you go live, get yourself in the mood. Play rock music, play Dire Straits, play Def Leppard, play In Excess, play whatever whatever you like, really, whatever you like. And that's why I love Amazon and Amazon Music and Alexa, because you can play anything you like when you want. The only thing is that I would love to be, I've got to be honest, I would love to be a DJ. I would love to be able to play you music now and play my top 10 records of the week, which would be from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s and noughties. But I can't do that because of copyright, which we accept as the people. Copyright is a problem. Now, I've got to say this copyright is difficult. I've been making videos, and those videos have got incidental music, and I've been using a product called ScreenPal, which basically takes the subject you want to talk about and it turns it into a video, and it adds music. Now, when I uploaded it to YouTube said, thank you, and that was it. When I uploaded it to Facebook, there was a copyright strike, and I don't understand. I wish they'd all have the same rules. And my rant of the week is that the music rules should be the same on all platforms, whether you're on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. They should all allow the same music rules so you can put one video in all 4 places. Because I'm wary now. As far as being live is concerned, it's important that you don't have any strikes against you. So that's why in this broadcast on TikTok, I don't play music, because that's an invitation. And it's just something I want to do before we continue. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for watching live. Now, the unfortunate thing is, thank you. And I caught up Brilliant. And say hello to Adam. Adam, hello. If you've any interest in live broadcasting, any interest in Germany, that's Adam gone. And Melly, welcome. And thank you, everybody. The thing is, in the studio, I can't see everybody who actually joins. Yeah? Okay, right. And Brody, welcome. Now, part of my toolkit are two pieces of software. I'm going to talk software now, so I'm going to switch this. Okay, I'm going to go grey, hopefully. I'm going to talk about broadcasting and creating content. In order to broadcast, you have to have content. Now, my content comes from being here for so long and having 10 years experience of live broadcasting since the Facebook Live launch, which incredibly was 10 years ago. But creating content is important. You want to have a topic to talk about. So let me introduce you to something special. Okay, because this is what I've been working on since March. So I need to go up here. Let me scroll up, and I'm going to bring a map on screen, and I'm going to bring a camera on screen. Okay, and just let me move that camera up a bit. Okay, the image you can see, just a minute, just want to make an adjustment. The image you can see is created by Google Notebook LM and by Google Gemini. This was basically done by Notebook LM. The graphics aren't mine, I just can't draw. And it's Barnaby's Grand Coastal Quest, mapping the King Charles III England coast path. Now, this was announced in March. This is a 2,700 mile path. A 2,700 mile path that goes all the way around England. This path is a real thing. This is not pretend, this is real. You can walk from the English-Scottish border on the north coast, all the way down the north coast, all the way around East Anglia, all the way along the south coast, up through the south, and then cut across Wales, and then up again, and you can go to Blackpool, Southport, Lytham, all around that way. You can walk 2,700 miles. Now, if you did the 2,700 miles, it would take you 9 to 12 months. Okay, now, when we saw this being unveiled, Angelica's my partner, we were blown away. And we thought, wouldn't it be brilliant to actually document the 2,700 miles? And basically, what I'm going to do is want to show you something. Just a second. Don't go anywhere. And I'm just going here, and I'm going. I need to put. All right. Okay, I'm going to do this now. And hopefully this will work. Just let me go full screen. I'm going to hide these two for a minute. We're back in a second. If you check me out on my YouTube channel, Steven Healey, you'll find what I'm talking about, which is the King Charles III England coast path. And Angelica and I have documented it, and this is it. And this is me back. And there are 45 videos which take you on a journey around, basically around the English coast. And they go in 50-mile segments, and it's all beautifully illustrated by Notebook LM, and it's free. So you can watch all the videos on my YouTube channel, and you can download the PDFs. It should be there by next week. You can download the PDFs, and they are free to use, and you can share them with friends. And when you next go to the coast, you drive to the coast, or get the train to the coast, or get the bus to the coast, you can say to yourself, what are we going to do today? And you can check out the PDFs, and basically that will Okay. Just a minute. I've done something silly again. Okay. Okay. I should be all right now. I don't know what happened there. Just let me close that. And thank you for the follow, Lizzie. And as I normally do, I always follow back. Lizzie, thank you for the follow. Okay, so I'll give you more details of that next week. I've really enjoyed broadcasting live today. And say hello to Nell, welcome. I want to say a big thank you to everybody who has watched me live today. And I'm going to go over here and go here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And I'm going to hide Barnaby for the moment. I'm going to hide my small camera. Come back to this. This is where I don't live at Stonehenge. I live close to Stonehenge, and it's about 30 minutes away. We go 4 or 5 times a year. It's been my pleasure to broadcast live today on TikTok. To Lizzie, to everybody, thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. TikTok Live is the best place to broadcast to. If you want any help with broadcasting TikTok Live, just send me a message. Simple as that. Okay, so everybody, thank you for watching today. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We're back. Well, I'm going to be back tomorrow, but I don't know what time. But I will be back next Monday at 2:05, and next Tuesday at 2:05, next Wednesday at 2:05. So everybody who's watched live today, and Sophie, hello, welcome. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye for now. That's a wrap. Bye. I think we're okay. And welcome. You're watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire, England. It is Monday. It is 2:05, and welcome to this live broadcast on TikTok Live. I'm broadcasting as usual from TikTok Live Studio. If you don't know, if you want to do desktop broadcasting, then what you need to do is to actually download TikTok Live Studio. It's free. You can download it on Windows, you can download it on Mac, and then you're good to go, because you can show images on screen, you can show text on screen. It is, well, it's the equivalent really. It is the desktop equivalent of Restream, of StreamYard, in fact, any system you can name. This has got everything that you need. And Costas, thank you for joining. CJ Rose, welcome. At Madness of Life, welcome. Thank you for joining me on a Monday. And it's great. I mean, we've been out today in the garden for the first time this year. We've been gardening. Yeah, because we've got we have a project, and that project, quite simply, is to plant wildflower seeds, because this time of year is the time to actually plant the seeds, so that what you're actually doing by planting wildflowers in your garden is you're providing food for all the insect population, and it's free. It's easy to do. You scatter the seeds, cover them lightly. If it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And what you have is a beautiful wildflower garden full of colour. And it's a joy to behold. And it's not just a garden with flowers. It's a garden with flowers that bees and other insects actually like. So if you've got the land, then do consider. And we say hello to Le Continent and Yusuf, welcome. If you do have the land, do plant wildflower seeds. You only need to have a couple of inches of soil, rake it back, put the seeds in, rake the soil back, and at this time of year, you probably need to water it as well. But you create yourself a beautiful wildflower garden, and it's as close to the countryside as you can get, and what you're actually doing is helping the insects. And after everything that they've been through, they do need some help. So my first point of the day is, if you do have the land, plant a wildflower garden. You can get the seeds online. You see plenty of adverts this time of year on Facebook. A couple of quid, and you've got your own wildflower garden. Okay, and I've just been out there because the thing is, we've had so much rain this year that all the weeds have been growing. I don't know about you, our garden was full of weeds, so they've got to be removed first before you can sow the wildflowers. And we say hello to Andy and hello to Cornflower, welcome back, and thank you for the like, and hi to Archived. Yes, okay. I'm not going to read all the names out, but I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me live. And we've just been talking about wildflower gardens. It's getting close to May, and we're going to Germany in May for 2 weeks, which means no broadcast for 2 weeks. So I've got to make the most of it now. So you'll see me on TikTok this week. I am live at 2:05 on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It is a chat show. You can ask me any questions you like about live broadcasting, about Park Run. It is AI Run Thrive. Chat show with Steven, episode 61A. I've been doing this since January 2025. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoy your company. I just want to say hi and welcome and thank you. Let's catch up for a minute and say hi. And if I scroll down, Sophie, hello. And everybody. I've got more messages down here. Brenda, Katie, and Kate, thank you for joining. And Paddy, thank you. Oh, wow. And Kate, thank you for the follow. If you follow me, I follow back. So I've just followed Katie. And Katie, if you want to follow me back, please do. I mean, it's all about community. I mean, in order to, part of this is thrive. In order to do well on social media, to thrive, you have to build a community. Now, I started building my community 10 years ago when Facebook Live first came out. And my community has grown since then. So I know hundreds of people online. I know quite a few in the real world as well. It helps keep a balance. You want real world friends and online friends, because we're not going to be able to visit all the countries of the people who actually engage with us. So what the internet does is allows us to speak to people around the world and get to know them. You should know, because I'm about to tell you. We'll just scroll down. If you're enjoying, oh, thank you, Kate. Thank you for sharing the live. Brilliant. There are four ways you can help anybody on a live broadcast. Number one is by viewing. Okay, if you're watching a live broadcast and you watch it for more than 6 seconds, then it's all good. Okay. Don't doom scroll. I do it myself, so I can't really argue with that. But a 6-second view actually counts, and it helps. The second thing you can do is to like the broadcast. Now, I want to say thank you for all the likes that have been sent in so far. They do mean a lot. It's the fuel that drives the broadcast. Yeah? Because likes show that you're actually, hopefully, enjoying what you see. And I'm grateful for that, always will be. The third way you can do is you can actually comment. And I've got a comment coming in right on time, and say hello to Ellie. Hello. And thank you. And thank you for the follow. Just a minute. I'm going to follow back. Okay, brilliant. Okay, and to everybody who's joining, thank you for watching. You're watching Steven live from Wiltshire in England. And if I show you where I live, close to, I live close to here. I live in Wiltshire in England, which is close to Stonehenge. It's about 30 miles away, and also close to Salisbury and the cathedral there and to Avebury Stone Circle. And it's just a beautiful part of the world. This is walking country, which is why Angelica and I are interested in walking. I mean, we go to Stonehenge and we walk from the visitor centre to the Henge. We don't catch the bus. Yeah, we walk on the road going and through the fields coming back, and it's a glorious day out. If you're thinking about somewhere to go, then I can recommend Stonehenge. And I can't give you a guided tour, but it is the most magnificent place to go. And I say hello to Amy and to Kitty and to Sam. Thank you for joining. Okay, absolutely brilliant. Okay, so Stonehenge, Salisbury Cathedral. It's just a beautiful area of the world, great for walking. Near to where we are, we have got, behind me is the Caernarvon Canal. Now, the Caernarvon Canal was built in the 1700s to go from Bristol to London. Ships would come across the Atlantic Ocean from America. The goods will be offloaded onto barges. The barges would come on the canal right behind me, and that canal goes from Bristol all the way to London. So anybody who wants to sell things from the States and England, that's the route it would take. And barges go at about 4 miles an hour. So it's a 2, 3 or 4 day journey for anything. But you can actually walk along there now. The thing was that they invested a fortune to get this path from Bristol through to London so they could get American goods to London. And then when they finished it, and it was profitable because they charged toll fees on the route itself, along came the railways, and Isambard Kingdom Brunel built a railway line which goes from Bristol to London. And if you've ever travelled on it, you'll know it's one of the most scenic routes there is. And it ran parallel to the canal for a long way. And the thing was that, I don't know, basically we said that a barge goes at 4 miles an hour. The trains were going at up to 20 miles an hour then. So the railway was faster and the railway was cheaper. So what happened to the barges? Well, the barges just stopped. There was no trade using the canal. And the canal went into disrepair. Now, if you don't make money on it, you just let it to go to rack and ruin. You just let it fall apart. And the whole stretch of the canal from Bristol to London fell into disrepair. It became unusable. The paths became overgrown. The lock gates were broken. You couldn't navigate. Okay, you couldn't navigate from Bristol to London anymore. Then in 1970s, local people decided to restore the canal. And they worked on separate sections along the canal, independent of each other, with the aim of actually reopening the canal between Bristol and London. They did it. In 1997, Queen Elizabeth II came to Devizes, which is where I am, to actually officially open the locks section, because we've got the longest set of locks in England. And if you think you've got a hill like that, okay, and you've got to get from there to there. So you put together a set of locks and you go up and up and up and up until you get to the top. So now the canal behind me, the Caernarvon Canal, is for holidays. It's a tourist attraction. Thank you everybody who's actually joining me. Say hello to Nadia, say hello to Cameron, thank you, and Anek, and also to I'm Here Just for the, I can't see your name's too long. Rose, welcome. And welcome back. Brilliant to see you. It's a beautiful sunny day, and this is what we want more of. Okay, as I say, I was out in the garden earlier. We're making a wildflower garden, which means get rid of all the weeds which are not wildflowers, and then you've got to rake it, and then you can put the wildflowers in, and you get a beautiful garden. Now let's say comment coming in. Let me just check. I'll say hi to Fiorella, and okay, Fiorella, brilliant. Okay, have I missed anything? I occasionally miss things. Kira, if you're already still here. Oh, I missed a whole lot of people. So, not Holly Marie, Anna, and Aha. Yeah. Okay. Right, I think we're up to date now. Okay, so this is AI Run Thrive with Steven, and you're watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. I'm broadcasting using TikTok Live Studio, and it's free. You can download it as your desktop, and you can show text, you can show images. Just a minute. Let's just, yeah. So there's TikTok, and I just need to move it slightly. There we are. Okay, and I've got to say TikTok Live is the best place to broadcast. Okay. I broadcast on, and you can broadcast on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. But in terms of interaction, in terms of, okay, I've got a question which I'll come to in a minute from Rose. In terms of the best place to broadcast, it has to be TikTok Live. It's simple to go live, and then you meet people from around the world and from around the UK. What is AI Run Thrive? Okay, I have got interests. When I started this, let's take that off. My good friend Marco Novo, I'm going to tell you the story. My good friend Marco Novo is Portuguese and lives in Portugal. And back in January 2025, he said to me, you'd really enjoy TikTok. And I thought, me on TikTok? What am I going to talk about? Yeah, I've been broadcasting for 10 years, but what do you talk about on TikTok? So I decided to talk about AI, which I'm most interested in and use every day. In actual fact, talking about AI, I can show you this if I get there. Right, I love AI. Okay, and you can see behind me a map of England, and if I go, this may work or may not. Okay, Barnaby, the turtle, is someone my partner Angelica and I created. Okay, that's a fact. We did it in January this year. We created Barnaby the turtle to teach German. And then King Charles opened the King Charles III England Coast Path, which goes all the way around England. Yeah. And I thought, well, why not? Right, let's be honest here. If you're going to do, it goes around the coast, it's 2,700 miles by end of this year, and it's free. So if you go to Poole, if you go to Southend, you can get on the path and you just walk. And you can walk 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles. You can walk 2,700 miles because that's how long it is. Okay, if you did it continuously, it would take you 9 to 12 months. Okay, and Rihanna and Limia and everybody, welcome. You're watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. We're talking about Barnaby the turtle, and usually Barnaby wears a tweed jacket, he's got a flat hat, and he's got a satchel, and he's just travelled around the 2,700 miles of the King Charles III England Coast Path, which goes all the way around England, northeast, east, south, northwest, and north. Okay, and what we've done, I say hi to Tilly. What we've done is we've documented the whole path. Barnaby, well, with the help of, I don't know if this will show or not, just a minute. I want to see if this will actually show on screen. Give me a second. No, it won't. How can I do this? I'll put it there. Everything that you see behind me is AI. Yeah? It was created using Google Gemini and Google Notebook LM. And say, just a minute, and say, hey to Bertel, hello, and thank you for the share. Brilliant. Just a minute, I need to do something. Whilst we're live, I'm going to follow back and say thank you for the follow. And hey, where are you watching from? Okay, so everything you see behind me was created using Google Gemini and Notebook LM. Google Notebook LM. If you want to do this, then I use a piece of software called, just let me type this in, caps lock's wrong. Just give me a second. Oh, darn. Okay, I think if I do that, right, okay, I train myself. When anything goes wrong on a live broadcast, I train myself not to swear. And most of the time, that's fine. You basically, it's up to you whether you do or not. It is a free choice. Right, Google Workspace will cost you around about £20 a month. And I've used Google Workspace to create the graphic you see behind me. Okay, I can't draw. My partner Angelica can't draw, but what we can do is direct AI to do what we want it to do. We've basically, this year, we've learned all about how to use AI to create content and create meaningful content. This map is real. Okay, it is England. The places on it are real, and I've just done a 30-minute cinematic video which goes all around the coast, 2,700 miles. It's on my YouTube account. If you're looking for me on YouTube, I always appreciate a follow. Okay, if you find me on YouTube, and I should be easy to find, just let me spell my name correctly. Okay, if you search for Steven Healey on YouTube, you'll find a video, or you'll find a lot of videos all about the King Charles III England Coast Path, which King Charles opened in March, and it goes all the way around England, and it's free. And it's made up of paths which are flat. In other words, they are wheelchair accessible. It's made up of, so that's the first bit where it's all flat. And then the second bit is where it goes up and down. Yeah? And each section is actually defined as to how easy it is to actually move along it. And there are going to be people who actually do the whole 2,700 miles, which is, we are going to go. I'm going to try and show you this. If I go over here and I put my hand there, this is not going to work, is it? Just a minute. We're going to go, and this is counterintuitive. Bear with me a moment. I'm trying to point to the map. It's not going to work, is it? Okay, we're going to go on the south coast, and we're going to walk on the south coast. The whole thing is called, okay, so you can see this, it's the King Charles III England Coast Path, and it's in 6 segments. So you've got the northeast, yeah, you have the east, you have the south coast, you've got the southwest coast, you've got northwest and north. And you can walk all the way around. You can do 2,700 miles. And you can do it, and thank you for joining, you can do it in the company of Barnaby. Now, everything that I created if I go over here now, it's not going to work. I need to put it, where do I need to put it? There. Can you see it there? Just a minute. Let's see if we can adjust this. No. It's disappeared. I can't. Oh, wait a minute. No, that doesn't work. Never mind. Okay, I'll tell you about it anyway. It's 6 phases, 45 segments going around the whole of the English coast, and it's graphically gorgeous. All the graphics have been done by Notebook LM, so I can't. And thank you for the share. Oh, wait a minute. Who's that? Who's that? And somebody's just shared this. I want to say a big thank you. I missed that. Okay, Bertel, thank you for your share earlier, and we want to say thank you to Ricky for actually watching for a little while. And if you have any questions, Paulina, welcome. If you've got any questions, then please do ask. Okay, so the information is on my YouTube channel, Steven Healey. You can watch it for free, and you'll soon be able to download the PDFs for free. And I'm just doing all the legwork at the moment. I've got to basically document all the YouTube videos so that they're working as I want them to, and then I shall launch it. Okay, so let's go back. Where shall we go? And I'm going to go to, that's just a change of scene. Okay, and let's go over here and we'll go here. Just a minute. Okay. So now we're in Germany, and behind me in blue is my partner Angelica. Her brother is on the left and her sister-in-law is on the right. Okay, and we'll be seeing them in 3 weeks' time because we're going to Germany for a wedding, which we're quite looking forward to. And Angelica meets all her family. I get to listen. I mean, I can speak German. I can read German. But I haven't yet got the total confidence to actually hold a conversation in German. I'm working on it. Okay, because I take German lessons every 2 weeks with Angelica and Chris and Kevin. So we are getting better. Although lessons are on a break at the moment. So it's just good because basically everybody's talking away in German, and I can understand what they're saying, or most of what they're saying, but I'm not expected to take part in the conversation. So I'm looking forward to it. And you can now see that earlier I was talking about Google Gemini, Google Notebook LM. They cost about £20 a month, and then you can create the most wonderful graphics as I showed you a moment ago. So it's absolutely brilliant. Now, where we're going now is somewhere which is very dear to me, which is Park Run. Okay, now 500,000 people a week around the world, 500,000 actually do a park run. And a park run is 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles. There are 730 park runs in the UK. There's one near you. Just Google park run and you'll find one near you. It's free. It's 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles, and all you need to do is to turn up. If you want, you can actually register, and if you register, then it's a timed event, and you get your time at the end of every single race. You're not racing, but people, it's all against yourself. Okay, and as you can see, there are 3 people in orange there, and I am on the inside, on the left. Okay, that's me. Just to prove I talk about park run, but I also do park runs. I did my 84th at the weekend. So park runs are a thing. Park runs are free, and if you get a chance, just take part in one. because what you're actually doing is making friends and getting some fresh air and getting some exercise. And it's only 3 miles. Yeah, it takes anything from 17 minutes to an hour and 7 minutes. Age-wise, it's from 13 to 93. And you meet people who show your interest. You can chat as you're running around. Depends how fast you run, of course. But if you actually move at a conversational space, you can meet people from all around the country. Everybody has a home park run. Ours is Quakers Walking Devices. But because we've got this, we can go to any park run in the UK and be recognised straight away. From that barcode, they know who we are. And it's just brilliant that you can travel the country and 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning, just turn up 10 minutes before and you get the briefing, which tells you what the route is. It tells you health and safety, and it encourages you. The whole event is free and it's marshalled. Marshals do it for free, and the lady in blue is a marshal, and she's a park walker, and she's there to accompany anybody who wants to walk around. Yeah, because you are encouraged to walk. In fact, I think this weekend is Park Walk weekend. So do find out about Park Run. Yeah. No, I'll put it there. Park Run. As I say, I'm doing my 85th this weekend, not 84th, 85th. Angelica's done 109. That's my partner, and we're looking forward to do. If you want to join us, we do Quakers Walking Devices. And if you remember, Quakers as in the religion, and if you type Quaker and Park Run, then you'll get directions to Quakers Walk Park Run. Every park run has a page on the Park Run site. Park Run is a charity, and it started in London in 2005 by Mr. Sinton Hewitt. And in 2 weeks' time, we're doing the Race for Life, which is organised by Cancer Research, and it's to raise money for cancer research. So we're doing the Race for Life in Swindon at Lydiate Park, and it's a 10k, and I should be there doing the 10k. I've been training, and hopefully it's going to be a beautiful, fine day. Angelica and her daughter Katie will be there, and so will thousands of other people doing the Race for Life, which is the charity campaign by Cancer Research. And if you just sort of search Race for Life, you'll find one near you, because they're all around the country, and you can join up and you can contribute. I want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching me live today. I want to say thank you for the follows. Let's just catch up with where we are, just a minute. And okay, and everybody who's joining, Lola, welcome. I caught you before you went. Lola Grace, and thank you to DXMI. Thank you for actually staying around. Right, okay, so Park Run. I'll come back to Park Run tomorrow, and let's go somewhere else. And let's go here. Okay. Right, okay. This behind me is Bath in Somerset, a beautiful part of the world. Somerset is a great county, and obviously it's the home of cider, and I love cider. I've got to say, I love cider. And just let me take something off. So I'm going to hide that. Now, Bath has got a new Marks and Spencer's. It's got the river that runs through it. It's got the cathedral, all of which are wonderful places to visit. We're great. We just love going around to different places. Okay, I'm going to try and put my my band on whilst I'm talking. Okay, if you have any questions about Wiltshire, about Park Run, about AI and running and thriving, then please do ask. If you want to think, I'll be back again tomorrow at 2:05. And tomorrow I'm also on Amazon. I'm very fortunate I am very fortunate. I get to broadcast live on Amazon.com, world's third largest website. I, of course, really enjoy broadcasting live on TikTok. I broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. My life is broadcasting. My life is now, however, also about AI. And if we go down here, just let me put this here. My life is about this little fella who is Barnaby the Turtle. And Barnaby the Turtle has joined me on an adventure all around England, the King Charles III England Coast Path. And he's got his own book, which is called Barnaby's Perfect Broth, which is all about making the most perfect broth. It's written by myself and my partner Angelica, and we had fun doing it. We had such fun doing it. We used Notebook LM and Gemini because they do the graphics. We do the storyline and they do the graphics. And we had such fun doing it, and we sold copies, and that's brilliant. When you create something and you sell it, you're a happy bunny. When you create something and you don't sell it, yeah. But we did this on spec. We'd not done this before. We'd not worked with AI before. We've learned a great deal over the last 3 months. We now know how to use graphics AI and get it to do what we want it to do. So we're not playing. I mean, basically, we've got the book, which is a commercial venture. There will be a second book, which is a commercial venture. The traveling around the world, or traveling around England, let's go down here. Remember, traveling around England, let's just take something off. I don't want to get too confused. Remove Barnaby. Okay. Barnaby's Grand Coastal Quest, mapping the King Charles III coastal path. We've mapped all 2,700 miles, and we're making the first stage free. The PDFs will be downloadable from my YouTube channel. Just check out me, Steven Healey, and then you can download the PDFs. And you can then, but if you want to watch, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can actually watch the journey. Yesterday, I created the full 2,700 miles, because this is quite a chunk of England. It goes all down the east coast, along the south coast, and then up the west coast. And it's a joy because the graphics are this quality graphics all the way through. We're visiting real places. We're giving you places you can visit if you actually join the coastal path anywhere in England. You can go to the PDFs, you can go to the book, and you'll be able to see where you can visit whilst you're walking. So this is the start of something. I want to say a big thank you to everybody for watching me live today. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the follows. It's always a pleasure to broadcast live on TikTok. TikTok is the best place to broadcast live. And I've learned that by broadcasting here since January 2025. Not continuously. I am live at 2:05 on a Monday, 2:05 on a Tuesday, and 2:05 on a Wednesday. The rest of the week, you'll find me on Amazon, you'll find me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, anywhere that will accept the broadcast. I am going live on Substack later this week, so I'm looking forward to that. I shall be on Substack later in the week. Thank you for joining. You're watching Steven Life in Wonderful Wiltshire in England. This is AI Run Thrive Chat Show, episode 61A. Tomorrow is episode 61B. And I'm going to do something different this time. I'm actually going to put together an agenda, a topic that I'm going to go through. These are my fallback topics. I'm going to talk about anything. Yeah, I can blab for Britain, and I did for 10 years. Okay, it's just broadcasting is the best way to tell your stories. YouTube is one of the best places to put your videos. We've found, or I've discovered in the last month, that my audience on YouTube is going up. And I have to say a big thank you to Barnaby he's part of that. And Barnaby and Google Gemini and Google Notebook LM have allowed me to create content which is now driving my YouTube profile, and I couldn't be happier. I just enjoy being live. I enjoy sharing my knowledge and expertise. And I want to say, oh, wait a minute, I've got to buy, wait a minute. And Blue Dream Baby, thank you. Okay, to everybody who's watched me today, I just want to go for another minute. Okay, I want to go for, today I'm going to go 40 minutes, tomorrow I'm going to go 50 minutes, and then hopefully by Wednesday we'll get to an hour. Who knows? That's my target. Setting yourself little targets is good. And I just want to say a big thank you. This is the best way ever devised to meet people. Yeah, I'm going to take the advertising off. This is the best way that's ever been devised to meet and greet people and get to know people. TikTok Live. Let me put the glasses back on again, just a minute. Yeah, I've got it. No. A bit of advertising. The link to Barnaby's book is on my TikTok profile. So that's the advertising bit. We've done Barnaby, and I'm looking for something up here. And you know when you're looking for something, you can't find it. What's that? Okay. And the software is telling me that basically I obscured myself there. And this is Barnaby in Devizes, okay, which is where I live, and is in the Wiltshire Museum. And I'm just looking for something. Barnaby's broth we've done. Let's bring the, wait a minute. QR Barnaby. Question for tomorrow. Do you think, question is, can technology truly replace the creator in our world? I'm about to cough. I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now. Brilliant. Enjoy today and tomorrow. That's a wrap. Thank you, everybody. Adam, thank you. DXM, thank you. Blue Jean Baby, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. See you again tomorrow.